The stars of Morning Wars, Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon, join us now live from Los Angeles. Welcome to Breakfast TV in Australia. It is so good to talk to you guys about this. Jen, tell us about this role as the morning show host, Alex Levi. It's very different, isn't it, from your last big TV role, Rachel on Friends?
Very different. Yes. Well, I mean, I just have to make I just have to say, it was wonderful, by the way, to play this part. But one of the hard things about it is these transitions that you all have to make. And we're so sorry to hear about these fires that you all are experiencing over there. Because California, Australia, everyone seems to be going through this right now. And we're just sending our prayers
go out
to all of you.
Oh, thank you.
For this,
so much,
during
girls.
this time.
That's just such a lovely sentiment. But I just wanted to talk to you about one thing, Jen, and it's a bit of a change of pace, but I was watching the show and I really want to set the record straight here because, for firstly, you look far too glamorous at 3 o'clock in the morning. Secondly, you go for a run before you even get into the car. That is factually incorrect. I have to correct the record here.
It is? Well, it depends on who you're talking to now.
Who exercises in the morning?
Robin
Roberts, maybe?
No, Diane Sawyer.
Diane Sawyer.
Oh, there you go.
She got that from Diane Sawyer.
I got that from Diane Sawyer, guys.
Wow. She's made of stronger stuff
Do
than
you
we
guys
are.
not exercise before?
No, zero.
Do you exercise after?
Zero. Well, after I exercise, but yeah, at 3 in the morning, I'm barely capable of getting out of bed, frankly. But yeah, it's an interesting insight.
I understand.
I completely understand.
Terrible.
It sounds horrible, but that's why I sleep while I'm walking.
Yeah. Well,
I figured I'd do a little bit of both.
You manage it very well. And Reese, tell us a bit about your involvement in this, because the show doesn't shy away from really big issues, sexism, ageism that women face, especially women in the media. Was it the strong themes in this that drew you to the show?
For sure. I think we wanted to really dig into journalism and broadcast media in a real way to see how systems have treated women for years and years and what has changed in these moments of Me Too and this real cultural reckoning.
Speaking of Me Too, it's hard not to see the parallels between the accusations levelled at Steve Carell's character, Mitch, and that of former Today USA host Matt Lauer. Has that been difficult to navigate?
No, because he actually, I mean, we of course know that that's an issue, but it's Charlie Rose. It's a lot of men. Mitch is like the archetype of this man that is we're basically telling the story of, and sadly there's more than one.
Across many different networks.
Many different networks, many different industries as well. But it was Carrie Aaron's brilliant writing and decision to sort of begin the first episode with the issue with the Mitch scandal. And I remember we were both a little like, wow, whoa, that's kind of, we're just go right into this.
Episode 1, scene 1.
Like not even like 10 minutes into the show. But you know, why not? I thought it was sort of brave and bold of her, and it's why avoid the elephant in the room. And it also still, the whole show isn't just about that. It still tackles all of the other things that the show was going to be about before Me Too kind of broke.
Yeah.
You know, there was the power struggles, the pay inequality, all of it. Sexism, ageism.
You name it.
Racism. Every ism.
There's lots of isms
all
there.
the isms.
And are you seeing a market shift in Hollywood, though, as a result of this being spoken about openly, being such a big issue that is being addressed on a national in America and international scale here in Australia too? Are there changes that you're noticing?
Yeah, for sure. I think the emergence of the streaming world and all the different platforms are really changing storytelling.
Yeah.
Because they're inviting different kinds of people to tell stories. So it used to be we only had 7 systems, 7 studios to make projects at, and now there's a whole big world. You get longer amounts of time to tell stories, so you can get more in depth to different kinds of characters, and I think it's fantastic. It's really changed storytelling in our business.
And we have access to creative people out there who have stories and to tell these incredible there's just now you have access to way more because there's room for so many more voices.
Absolutely. Now, Reese, you shared on Instagram that you've already got a favourite scene. We're only 4 episodes in. Which one is it?
I'm my favorite. You know what my favorite scene
I know
is.
her favorite is.
You in the red dress.
Oh, there's that scene.
It's my favorite scene.
She does.
In episode 3, her and this, well, I'm going to spoil it.
Have you seen it yet?
Have y'all seen it?
Well, yeah, but we've only seen the first 4. That's all we've seen. That's all that we can get access
all
to.
right.
Okay,
So you're
anyway,
good.
episode
So you're
3,
good.
she's amazing. She has a scene in boardroom where she calls all the guys bozos, and she's like, we're going to do things my
It's
way.
a dream. love that
It was a
scene.
dream speech for every female. There were a lot of women had that sort of like, oh, I'd give anything to be able to have like to say these things to my boss. So I just lucked out that I got to have that. But
Yeah.
there's many wonderful moments throughout the whole 10 episodes that you are going to have fun and getting to see.
There's a collective round of applause for people watching that scene, I think, when it happens. And the two of you, you've got such, there's so much talk about on-screen chemistry, but you guys have known each other for years now. You actually worked together on Friends when, Reese, you played Jen's character, Rachel's sister. So you go back for ages. What's it like to be working back again together?
Oh,
Well, we're a
it's so
lot
great.
wiser, and
Yeah.
and it's completely a different experience. We were both babies. She was really a baby, and now we're with a baby.
I had a baby.
She had a baby.
You've got real
with a baby.
babies.
She's real babies. That's now 20 years old, and now we have a much greater responsibility, and we've also just have a lot more experience under our belt. So it's also watching Reese do what she does. I mean, she's one of the hardest working women in Hollywood, and I stand in awe of her work ethic. It's unbelievable, the things that she has going on all at one time. I mean, I was just focusing on this, and she was coming right out of Big Little Lies, going straight into what's the second one? Fires. Little Fires.
many you
I
can't
know Little
keep
is
up.
in the same title.
Lots of little this and big
Yeah.
that.
And there's a show that I just found that's like a podcast.
Yeah.
Shines.
There's a show on Netflix where I interview women I find really fascinating, like Dolly Parton and
Yeah.
Casey Musgraves. And
She happens to do that too.
Jeez,
Wow.
Woman, do you ever
Exhausting.
sleep?
I did
Yeah.
that like 3 years ago.
I know. That's amazing.
That was about
I don't.
I love that you two are
Yeah.
just so
Dig into
supportive
my
of each
archive of-
other. What a beautiful relationship you have. Now, it has been confirmed that Morning Wars has been renewed for a second season. How exciting.
Yes.
That is exciting.
It's very exciting.
I'm excited to get back.
I know. Are you?
It's gonna be really fun.
It's going to be really fun.
Yeah.
Well, we are looking forward to it as well.
And Reese is excited.
I love
She's like, more work.
I wanted to ask you quickly,
Workaholic.
Reese.
It's really a problem.
I wanted to ask you about Nicole Kidman and working on Big Little Lies. Obviously, that program was so phenomenal and so loved here in Australia and around the world. But how good are Aussies, hey? Nicole's fabulous.
Oh my God, we had the best time. And she knows Nicole too, because they did Just Go With It.
Just go with it. She's just
And
the sweetheart.
isn't she the best?
I think Australians are overall like just very kind people.
Yes.
I don't know what that's in your water.
And I really like that Nicole has this great group of Aussie friends, that always, like Isla and Nicole and Naomi, and they really stick together, and Joel Edgerton, and it's really incredible how much talent has come out of Australia.
So true.
Thanks. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And you can catch Morning Wars on Apple's new streaming service, Apple TV Plus, right
Give it
now.
up for Reese and Jen.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
How fabulous. That is really cool. I'm actually a bit nervous about that now. That was very fun.